Good evening, Speed Gaming and Final Fantasy Randomizer fans! Welcome to tonight's matchup of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Fall League, the Melmond Murder Mystery semifinals. I am Hate the 13th, joined in the booth by Saracen on this mess. How you doing tonight, Saracen?
Oh, it's another fabulous evening of the trash fire. Because, man, let me tell you, this is a flag set and a half. We got 3 specific orbs required to enter Topher. We have no overworld with floor and town shuffle and screaming. You get 2 force nuns to start. You have 5 characters gated by NPCs. Your nuns gain XP. You start at level 10. There's mixed spell books. There's 10 dud locations. There's randomized treasures with high wealth. It's craziness.
Yeah, I've played through a few of these flags myself just to, because this is kind of the madness that I enjoy personally, and yeah, madness.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So, let's talk a little bit about the character selection and what we got for blurses here. So our fighters start with the slab. They start with plus 40 strength. Not bad. That's like a temper cast and a half. But they cannot wield the Mosmian. The thief starts with the TNT, resists ice and fire, but only gets to promote into Red Wizard armor. So that's kind of a significant downgrade. The black belt, who will probably not be appearing in this film, has the Oxiel to start and plus thief swords, but minus 10 strength. Kind of a whatever, but we don't have spike tiles and the encounter rate's really low, so pretty bad. Our red mage starts with the loot, plus 25 agility, cannot use the pro ring. White mage plus ruby, plus 2 level 1 MP, cannot use exit. And the black mage plus herb, plus legendary swords, and minus 10 agility.
Yep. And for those of you who are not familiar with this flag set, it is also, no overworld. So you don't go outside at all, period.
Yep.
And the houses, cabins, tents, they are entirely vestigial. There is no place you can use them.
We do have save on game over turned on, which is pretty great. Exit does matter, Dark Moon. Exit is actually one of the best spells in this flag set because it returns you to Canaria Castle.
Yep, Exit is the warp home. It is the I am lost on this path. I'm going to go back to the start.
It's fantastic. And so it is a spell at a premium. And what you learn from having the white mage cannot learn exit malice is that it is actually a white magic spell because the mixed spell books could have changed it, but it won't give you, as far as I know, it won't give you a spell that wouldn't appear on the list you could learn otherwise. So you know that then it is somewhere in the white magic selection.
Yeah. Where that place is? Well, it's not like it really matters too much right now, because we don't see any white mages. So everybody's counting on... Well, we've got Shum running the red mage, so if there's a sweeper at level 1, Shum might have access to it, but if black magic at level 1 is absolute trash, you boned.
I mean, that's kind of just sort of a global thing with this flag set. I think we do start with a random AoE caster item, which may just be the thing that carries you through. However, starting at level 10, you do have some resources there. You could actually hit things if you picked up a weapon.
Yeah, thankfully enough.
We're seeing pretty standard party compositions here. Just fighters and black mages, thieves and black mages, thief and red mage. It's all pretty normal.
All right, so Shumbabi making use of the first NPC hint, which said something on the right side. I didn't see exactly what it said. All right, we got Quadex and Ruse, Saber.
And Red Wizard locked exit. Womp, womp.
Oh, also, you start with an inventory full of garbage with small chance of getting something useful. In this instance, yeah, that's That's useful for money, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing it's useful for. Yeah, 22,000. That's good cash.
No Cat Claw Masters tonight. Cube for sale. That's
Nice and cheap. Means if you find Guy, you can actually get through the robot to see what's behind him.
You're thinking the chime, good sir. The cube does not give you such a benefit. The cube is just the cube block.
You're right. I am not so smart tonight, apparently. So, thankfully enough, there is the small mercy that Toph is still linked to Canaria Castle, so you can at least find the things.
Yep.
Alright, we got fire, earth, and wind orbs tonight.
That's pretty cool. If you watched last night's race, you got to see the fabulous thing that you learn with the entrance and floor and town shuffle on, is you can sometimes get teleported behind the fiends.
Yeah.
That does not work in Sky. You do actually have to kill Tiamat to light that orb. We get the sigil and a ruse stick on Toph left. And the mark. Holy
crap! So the mark is the canoe equivalent. That's, Lucan's mark. And the sigil is the equivalent of the floater. Basically, it will allow you into places that may or may not be floater locked if there were an overworld.
So we got a white mage from King and Sarah. I think that's the king position. We also got, I think, the herb off of the king, but a flame shield -2 coming off of the princess. So there's one of our 10 duds.
Yep.
Gouda finding the bad news that exit is still very much not learnable.
Yeah. I mean, at least they have access to warp now.
They have a warm body. That's actually the real benefit.
That means they can kill it and not feed XP into a void.
That is part of it. The other part of it is just it's useful to have the hit points as you're going through.
The other thing that's useful is, with those mixed spell books, that means congratulations, you have access to the magic now.
Shumbabi checks the sigil-locked entrance on the top left. Normally in Canaria Castle, that goes to Waterfall. Today it goes to the cube lock, which connects to a Canaria Island location.
Fun.
Cardia Island.
And one of those sea places.
We do have warp, which is still handy. It's something for the white mage to do.
Yeah, and it will get you back eventually.
Okay.
Ooh, Mirage. And not looting anything, not checking for anything.
Into Volcano Armory floor, also good. Into Melmond, which is a terminal point. So that's good to know. That's one less path to go. We just saw, did I see Fast and Temper in the black magic? Or in the white magic?
It looks like it, yeah.
And our black magic at level 5 was Bane and and Regret.
Well, Ice 1, the improved Fire, Ice, Lightning harm is on, so that can do single target damage. He said, hopefully.
Another Ruse Stick. And a Vorpal -3. People who took Black Mages are really looking forward to that Vorpal -3, honestly. There's a ribbon.
Nice.
This is already paying out.
Yeah. Gotta throw away all the crap.
Yup. That's like the hardest part about the start of these seeds.
Yeah. Go in and it's just like, all right, get rid of this, get rid of everything. Ooh, Lightning 2 Gauntlet, that's nice.
That's very helpful. Catnip Bumblefart's asking, do the runners know how many exits are on a given floor? So there are a set number of exits per floor. Now, if the runners are familiar with No Overworld, then yes, they should.
Yeah, thankfully enough, on our wiki, we do have a map of No Overworld where, and that Vorpal is actually +3.
Yeah, it's a good Vorpal.
Surprising. Anyway, we do have a map that shows, like, hey, here's where the exits are added in. I think there are actually a couple of exits missing from that one. I'm looking at you, mid-level exit on Kraken floor.
Ooh, yeah, that's a sneaky one.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a pro ring in the armory too. That's helpful.
Armory kind of paid out tonight.
Mm-hmm. That was a second Vorpal +3 on Demon Frog's side from right side mid before the hairpins. So, yeah, we have all the Vorpal we could ever want.
I mean, at least it rolled positive, so it might be useful after promotion or to enough Black Mages. Black Mages as your melee carry for early game, that's
an experience right there.
Yeah. It's both sad and funny.
Dark Moon asking, who made Nova World? Now, that is an excellent question, and Wildham, our tracker, might know the answer to that. But I don't know.
Yeah, I am unsure on that one. All right, Demon Frog finding the Titan's tunnel, shoving that ruby down his gullet, and Wildham is apparently the one to blame for this.
I do want to point out this is one thing that's worth knowing. No Overworld is one of Shimbabi's favorite modes.
Oh.
And of the people who did the Duckling Weekly seed that I posted of this last week, Shimbabi was the only person to beat me he had a 54 and change time on it. So he's really, really good at these.
So it looks like we may have had a black belt hiding out with the elf prince who had just a small dagger for you after you wake him up.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah. Small dagger, better to stab him with. It's the only thing I can think of.
Pickles, did you post that time into the Duckling channel? Because I don't remember seeing you post it. If you did, I will absolutely edit and fix that.
Another faux Zeus gauntlet found by Shum, this time on Marsh Top.
There was a third Vorpal.
Oh my goodness. You want Vorpals? We got Vorpals. Vorpals here, Vorpals there, Vorpals everywhere. Come down to Vorpal Shop Anonymous. We won't tell anybody you're buying this shameful thing.
Hey, +3, it's worth using.
It is in this instance.
I do find it funny seeing the cabins.
Yes. The cabins and the houses are just, they're a slap in the face on these seeds.
We got the crystal out of the Titan tunnel, which, yeah, we'll see if we ever find the Toya.
Yep. Oh, and it looks like Crescent Lake got wrecked tonight.
Yeah, sure does.
Alright, Life, Lock 2, and Viz 2. Alright, level 6 White Magic, actually kind of decent.
Yeah?
Zap. Level 6 Black Magic, lacking.
Yeah. We'll just not talk about level 6 Black Magic.
Yeah.
Gold +2 bracelets, not bad. Little pricey for my taste, but, not bad.
Yeah, but there were a couple of chests in Mirage 1 that had about 27,000 in them each, so not a bad one.
One thing to note with the flag set, and this is a thing that I think is underappreciated, but oh man, is it helpful. There's half the scripts and half the status attacks that you would normally see, and there cannot be stun touch. So we actually are way safer on our dungeon dives than you would otherwise expect, which makes this flag set surprisingly fast.
Yeah, it's much less painful than it could be. Oh, that's the other thing. Waterfall, 3 exits.
Yeah, last night 2 of the exits were next to each other, which was really funny.
Yeah, similar to this.
Well, no, they were like literally adjacent.
Oh my god. It is a shame that I missed that one. It was too busy throwing candy at kids. So much candy. Ooh,
There was a Masa +3.
heck
Yes,
yeah!
please. That's a real sword
That
that a fighter cannot use.
Ooh, and a temper stick.
Ooh, temper stick is very good.
And Shum just like, all right, I'm getting rid of this garbage now. I'm sick of going into my menu.
Yeah, that's it's a thing that you hate dealing with this as part
Yeah.
of the seed, right? Like, it's never fun to have to deal with the menu as much as you do with all of the stuff coming in when you don't have trap chests.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby finding the Ordeals area, which has 4 exits, leading to Ice 1, which has 3
Two
total.
others.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which one of them is sigil locked to Dwarf, and
Which he's got the TNT, so Narek will get his jolly butt out of the way.
which opens up another 2 exits from here.
Yeah.
Demon Frog also finding the Ordeals and going into the Ordeals part of it. So the chair is actually connected to the Ordeals maze. But there's each corner basically has a stair.
The chair bone's connected to the maze bone. All right, and let's see if there's anything of note in there. And hey, Shumbabi has found Matoya. Well, there's
Womp
a
womp.
key, which, well, no, I think Demon Frog doesn't have a thief, so, that's useful for him.
Oh, I was talking about the Matoya check. Which
Oh, yeah,
was
it's-
experience.
Yeah, I'd say I'm shocked on that, but I'd be lying. And another temper item there.
Northwest Castle coming from one of the stairwells from Matoya's cave, and the other headed to the sea hallway.
Great, and where does this other one access? Hey, backdoor crack inside. Great, light that orb because you have no reason to. Oh, great.
I mean, the bonus, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's... Congratulations, you found the vestigial orb! And he's just like, I'm not even going to bother with it. Fine, I'll just walk to the side of Kraken.
Yeah, worth noting that the flag set has 7.7% increased XP and gold per key item, which you couldn't do 7.5 for some reason. That just didn't work out in the code, from what I understand. So 7.7 it is, but here we are.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Fred found the entrance to the Elven armory, Elven closet, I should say, and I think he's locked in there. Yeah, he was. Oh.
Oh, fantastic!
I love it.
Demon Frog taking on Kraken with the white mage using the Masa and the black mage using the temper stick, and takes out Kraken.
White samurai strats for the win. Oh my goodness, another couple of temper bonks in Waterfall, as well as another ribbon.
Oh, that's fantastic. So the temper bonks make this surprisingly pleasant.
Yeah, and looks like the robot just picked up a piece of metal off the ground and went, here, have some adamant. Yeah, it's really adamant. It's not just a rock. Shifty eyes.
So the warp coming in very handy for everybody here. Demon Frog gonna check out the other entrances of Kraken Floor, which I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah. Best to get it taken care of while you're here. And let's see what the adamant turns into. The slab! Fun.
Just hammer it until it's flat.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, so, people who didn't get fighters or start with fighters at least have the ability to get that translated. Oh, hey, and
Dwarf North to the 4 entrances of Sarda, coming out from the sneakiest of them.
yeah.
Let me tell you,
does.
there are a lot of people who don't remember that there's a ladder with the pots.
Yeah. Sarda's pottery shop. hides things quite well. Ooh, all right. One of the entrances leads to the ice loop, which has, 3 more exits? No, two more. 2 more. Yeah.
So there is a drop down to prevent soft locks, and that is on the same floor as the exit. Demon Frog finding Earth 2, which is, it's got the boxes that Burt Reynolds refers to as the luckiest boxes in the game.
Oh,
right
level
here.
7 nuke.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
And a hint giver. The loot is in Canaria Castle.
All right. Well,
that's good to know, actually.
Yeah, convenient for those who didn't get a red mage at some point. Now, it is also worth noting, if you replace a character, you keep the item. Like, it's not like they take their stuff with them, because, no, it goes into the party pool. Goes into party treasury, and you don't get to take it with you when you leave, or get fired.
We had a conversation about that in one of the channels of the Discord today, because I did not know that until last night. And, whoops.
All right.
Shinobi finding Marsh Split, and Gouda finding Carry.
Yeah. Looks like Gouda is opting to go for the Black Mage with the Vorpal as his attacker.
Hey, you do what you can, and between the Ruse Sticks, the Temper Bonks, and a Vorpal, and whatever the fighter's using, and sorry, Black Mage, you don't get to have fun anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Whoop, bye White Mage. Oh, it looks like the fighter is swinging that Sun Sword -2.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
The fighter did have the Ruse Stick, which, normally would make sense, but when your fighter is a glorified caster, yeah, it's better to actually have the Ruse Stick on the person who's going to be dealing damage, and Gouda is gone right back to Canaria.
Yep, been a while since finding a town to save in, apparently.
Yeah. All right, opting to take this route, which we know is going to dead end fairly quickly.
Yep. I, in Gouda's position, would just reset here when finding out that this is a paltry sum of gold.
Yeah. Like, this is garbage, I'm out.
I'm gonna walk it out. I mean, it's like a fight worth of experience. And...
yeah, it was about 2k. And it looks like there was another ruse item on the Agama floor for Demon Frog.
Alright, so we've got, 3 ruse items, 3 temper items, 3 Vorpals, a Masa. Demon Frog finding Bahamut here, but I don't... Oh, we do have the Bahamut treasure hoard on. That's good.
Yeah, and to address Catnip's question, could you add sandbox mini maps for the tents and houses? There is actually a flag to convert the tents and houses into ethers. They don't restore hit points, but they do restore magic points, depending upon the different type of them that you're using. That is purposefully left off.
Yeah, that flag is super powerful, because it turns out that, especially when we're trying to make it a little difficult by having a long Topher, being able to just get your magic back, it's just too strong.
Yeah.
It's good for Deep Dungeon, which is a different mode entirely. I think it's not bad for an overworld, it's so powerful.
Yeah, if you're going to be using that flag, it's best to use it with a short Topher, just because that way, I mean, you really don't have to worry about it that much if you're trying to do stuff, competitively with it. And we found Katana -3.
Rip. That's a very sad katana.
Yep. In this rare instance, I will endorse the Vorpal over the katana.
Oh, we have the Provoca Shop Shuffle on.
Yes, I forgot about that. I love it.
As did I.
All right, level 2 black magic. This is trash. We got pro capes for sale, though.
That, sometimes you find something that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Moon, this is a flag that's just here to mess with your muscle memory.
I love it so much.
Shimbabi finding the spider floor, the asterisk floor, Sky 2,
Sky
whatever
2,
you feel like calling it, and just be like, nah. All right, we're going back because the next floor is the volcano squiggle.
Yeah, I can never that one is always just the wavy floor.
Yeah. Which is really funny. So we do have, I believe, is the flip tri-state on this. But there is a flip horizontal flag that's out there, and the squiggle room flipped horizontal or flipped vertical or both, or with the rearranged staircases.
Oh yeah,
so bad. Bad.
It's like you pop in there and what? Where am I? Oh, looks like beat up the pirate and got a crown from him.
I saw an ice 2-stick from Shum's side.
Delicious eyeballs.
That's good. Okay.
All right, Demon Frog going to be the first one to actually pop into the Dwarven Armory.
Catnip asking what the tri-state means, and what it means is that you mark the flag as a question mark, and you don't know whether it's on or off until you've actually entered the seed and found out.
Mm-hmm. And Demon Frog found the tail hiding in the Dwarven Closet. So, well, Dwarven Armory, I should say. The Dwarven Closet is where the other two chests are. Also, Demon Frog is studiously taking the steps to avoid further going over the water orb lighting step. So I think he's already got it lit. Not like it actually matters, though.
Prophet of Retro bringing up the not knowing about the orbs. Yes, the black orb tells you, and that is a wonderful thing that was put on in this flag set.
Yes.
Specific without that flag is just, you may as well have just done all 4.
Yeah, at that instance, it's well, I've got these 3 orbs lit. I hope this works. Oh, and it looks like the third exit of Waterfall leads to the bottom exit of Marsh. Well, the Marsh split.
So this is a decision to be made here. Shimbabi does not appear to have a rod, unless I'm crazy.
I do not believe he does.
So it's really just check the chests and warp out.
Yeah,
what we're seeing here
now. Oh,
it's just a ribbon. Okay.
Well,
I was wrong.
This is worth.
I will own that wrongness.
Trying to remember, I know somebody talked to one of the hint NPCs that mentioned the rod. Do I remember which hint NPC? Nope.
Oh, Luffy calling out that killing the vampire to get the NPC attached to Sarda, because, you can have early Sarda to get the key item, but that doesn't actually open up the NPC. You still have to get the vampire killed. The rod is in C.
Ooh.
Who thought that was okay?
Yeah, I know, right?
Alright, Demon Frog gonna be the first to promote here. See, Luffy, you actually saw the Canaria hint giver?
Yeah, I saw somebody mention the rod, but man, I'm trying to keep an eye on this mess is just, brain goes nope. All right, and Fred Fuchs getting the fire orb lit up.
Oh, that's big progress.
Yeah.
With the bonus of an extra staircase to look at.
Hey, Tiamat!
Tiamat's a good find. Do we have the resources to kill a Tiamat? That's the real question.
We've got Roostick and Masa and a million temper bonks.
And ribbons, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
All right. Ice 3 chests, or the 3 chests on the incentive floor and ice were a pile of garbage.
Ooh, Confuse Hammer.
Use
You're really concerned about carry.
Tiamat immediately honing in on Shum's thief and going, "Hey, you look like you might try and do damage. I'm going to try and hurt you first."
We got drink strats.
This is fine. Drink and temper.
That looked like about 176, which is an unfortunately small amount of damage. And let me just real quick tell you why. These bosses are scaled up a bit, just a little bit.
Yeah,
I say that like a little bit more. Just
yeah,
a little bit.
This Tiamat's taken about 1,400 damage. Yeah. Oh, all right, somewhere between 1,400 to 1,800 hit points is what Tia 1 has.
Yeah, 150 to 250% on the HP scaling for bosses is a lot.
Ooh, those are some meaty bosses.
Yep. This flag set is not kind. All right. The crown having an iron shield and what looked like a black mage. So
Yep.
that's great.
Iron Shield, oh sadness.
Hmm. I like how there was a room added to this otherwise empty dead-end dragon area.
Yeah, I'm not-
The Cardias.
I'm not sure where that chest came from. I should actually probably figure that out at some point, but yeah, it's just, here's a chest, go.
Have fun.
Yeah.
It's a treat for you.
Yeah. I mean, at least there is another room that was added to one of the other Cardia dead ends that is where Underhill is holding out.
Yeah, and that, I think, makes sense. Wow, we have multiple of the terrible katanas. There's an invis stick, which is not bad.
Yeah.
I don't mind having an invis stick.
Oh, hey, yeah, and Fred has found Lich as well, and Lich has damage poison.
Mmm. Delicious.
Oh, and Blaze!
This... But is dead.
Yeah, not a lot of hit points, though.
That's the part that counts. So Fred is, at this point, just missing Tiamat to get into Topher.
Yeah.
And finding the mermaid floor after... What is this?
Yeah, I know, right?
This?
The mermaid floor with another ribbon.
Wow.
Yeah.
This seed, man. Last night's seed, there was a room on the Agama floor that had 2 ribbons in boxes. Like, you know, it's that 5-pack on the top left.
Yo.
Yeah, two ribbons in that room.
All right, Fred, you're on the mermaid floor. If you're going into Bubbles' room, you'd best carbonate her, or I will be sorely disappointed with you.
You and me both.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've had the teammate comms, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Bubble
been a
Soda Company thanks you for your patronage, everybody.
Yes.
Buddha has found Gaia. And I believe, yes, there is a chime, so we can talk to this robot and get him out of the way. There's also a bottle to turn in for an herb.
All right. That's so great. The fairy just dives down and pulls out something. All right. You're in Bubbles' room. She's right there. She's in your way. Good boy. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, Fred.
Bubble Soda Company respects your patronage.
Remember, each mermaid only covers the carbonation for 2 bottles of bubble soda.
Another ribbon and an opal Cheerio.
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
Mermaids is stacked tonight.
So we're up to 3 ribbons just on Fred's screen. Demon Frog has found the Lich floor and will also be richly rewarded.
Yeah. And there's the rod.
Hey!
All right.
In the furthest possible chest.
Of course. Why would a key item be anywhere else that's, not in a vestigial place? All right. Fred also gets my respect for carbonating legendary there, too. She got in the way. She deserved
Legend,
it.
wait for it. Very. Because, you see, Fred wasn't going to wait for it. It turns
Yeah,
out.
no.
That's a respectable decision.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Fred's
NBC
going to...
Canteen exists for a reason.
Heck, yes, it does. All right, Fred on the walk out.
Oh, so Carrie leads to Lich. Oh my goodness.
That's just convenience.
I know, right? Sure, just toss an Agama at the solo thief. He can use the XP.
Prophet, there were like 4 or 5 ribbons, and I'm sorry you didn't find any.
All right, so this wonderful, wonderful place branches off from Northwest Castle.
Demon frog. What is this? What is this nonsense? Why is there still a mermaid in that room?
I'm sore disappointed. He's finding the other ribbon even though he didn't earn it. I'm very sad.
I like how he almost walked away from it.
I was hoping. I was really hoping. Not out of spite, just out of, disappointment.
Mm-hmm. All right, Fred finding Ice 1, so there's 2 more entrances to go after, plus opening up the north side of Dwarf. But also finding out that this connects to a known quantity in the Ordeals floor 1.
Sometimes, though, it is good to run into a loop so you can know, all right, hey, if I go here, I can get back to this area a little quicker by going to a different route.
It is the fast track back to Canaria if you wanted to revive his party.
Yeah.
I am fully respecting that. We've got 3 orbs lit, but it's not the right ones.
All right. I think he's going to just go ahead and have Kraken do some blood porting for him.
It's not a bad idea, except for the part where if Kraken kills you, you go back to the last place you saved. Save on game over is on, so that part's good. However, you could end up being in a place you don't want to be, right?
Very true.
So...
And actually, it looks like he's not hoping for the blood port. He's like, no, I'm making some calamari. This squid's in my way.
Get out.
Yep. Bruised up, tempered up, ribboned up.
Thunder came out and did tickle damage to this thief. And there goes a Kraken. So,
all right.
We just need to find Tiamat on Fred's side. Which I think puts Fred Fuchs in a sizable lead at this point.
Demon Frog is also in that same point, though he does need to find the loot still, and so does Fred, honestly.
We know where the loot is.
Yeah.
Now, the question is when we actually go get it. We know because we saw the hint for it. I don't know that either of those 2 runners saw the hint for it.
True.
I think what Fred's really doing here is funneling the experience to the thief currently.
Would make sense. He did pick up a black belt and then decided to throw it onto the ground, which makes sense because you really don't want to try and do a black belt grind because there's no place to do it.
Question in chat about how many ribbons does Demon Frog have? I believe the answer is 3.
Yeah, lots. Hey, Elfland!
We saw this a while ago, I think. Maybe?
Maybe
Heal
I'm 3. Crazy. No, I don't remember seeing her 3rd level spells. But we got heal 3 and picking up harm 4 for the Black Mage because, hey, look, Black Mage has a damaging spell for certain instances. Oh, life 2, though.
Was it heal 3 or heal 2?
It was heal 3 at level 3, Black. I think. May have been heal 2.
I thought it was heal 2 based on what the tool has told us, because we have an export tool for these things. Lit 3, Fire 3 at level 4 black. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Here's some damaging spells that are, not 6th level. Picking up some soft potions, because you never want to leave home without them. Just in case you run into, stone touch things. With the amount of ribbons floating about.
Yeah. All right. Shimbabi is now pulled ahead.
Yep.
The location has been found. The thief is fully equipped and online, and let's get this done. There goes a lich.
Getting trolled right before lighting the orb.
It's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if, there's a pickle also involved, that means that it's a classic.
Ba-dunch. Shoom checking that, going, there's a ribbon. I don't need it. I've got enough. I'm out. Not even going for the rod. Going for anything else. And deciding, no. I'm going to go check for other things. Or maybe he's doing the merciful thing or the good thing and going to go carbonate bubbles for us.
He has to realize who his commentators are.
You know, right?
Thank you, Doom. The cold-bloodedness of turning specifically to her is something that warms my heart.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, getting that Opal Cheerio as well. And Fred found the Oxyale hiding in Marsh Locked.
Okay.
Another ribbon. It's just like, I've got enough of them. I'm walking away.
We're done here.
Yeah.
So, realistically, Shimbabi honestly, he needs to just get back to Canaria and get this over with.
Yeah. He's just got to get his path back, which, honestly, I have no idea what the quickest path back is going to be from this point.
The quickest path is to walk in the lava when you're in the volcano. And and then find something that can hit you.
Yeah, true.
Hitting this thief is no small task because it does have 100 starting agility.
Yeah, Thief is super dodge tanky tonight.
But Shum here taking the ethical approach of actually trying to walk it back.
Well, I think he's also saved at other cities rather than, Canaria, so
okay.
It'll pop him out where he last saved, which I think was at least Crescent Lake, so...
You're probably right. But even that, could theoretically be a speed up. Now,
True.
What I do know about Shum is the man has built a tracking tool that works for this mode.
I'd say I'm shocked, but I'd be lying.
Again, he loves this mode. And so, yeah, it's no surprise to me that he's gonna walk this. Oh, he's also getting some extra levels because that thief just hit 20.
Makes sense. Looks like Shum and Fred were both in the same mindset, except Fred actually went and brought his people back.
Yeah, well, I think Fred's in a little bit of a different place when it comes to this whole thing.
That's true. He's still trying to. He's still got to find Tiamat. Oh, hey, a fighter. You, get in here. Fill up this empty slot. Congratulations, you've got XP. Now just go find where Bahamut is so you can actually, promote if you want. Or just, rush it.
I don't know that you bother promoting, even though the Vorpals are very tasty.
Yeah.
I don't see a point,
The only reason I would go for it at this point is those Vorpals. Armor-wise, you can buy the gold Cheerios cheaply enough, and there's plenty of ribbons floating about.
So there's a question about whether that tool was shared with the community. I feel as though Shimbabi definitely did share it with the community. However, not many people recognize it because you don't actually need half of what it was doing, because it's like the same tool as you'd use for entrance and floor, like standard entrance and floor, where you still have an overworld. And so, like, normally you'd have like the connectors kind of all over the place. Maybe he made a different version for this, but I know he shared at least one version.
Okay.
We found a town, we brought our mages back.
Yeah, when I've been doing these things, I've just been, relying on memory, which it works sometimes. Then again, my times never got anywhere below an hour 10, so yeah. But Shum is back in Canaria and diving into Toph.
Oh, did you see that trick?
Which one?
Dude. When you save at an inn,
Mm-hmm.
and then you reset and you warp, it brought him back to Canaria Castle.
Oh, that. Ooh.
Dude.
Oh, that is some good tech.
I am amazed.
Mm-hmm.
Luffy's trying to shush us. No, you don't get to see that and then not say anything, sir.
Yeah, that's that is an amazing thing. Like I hadn't even thought about trying anything like that before. I would just, save, reset, start my schlep back. And Chanigan's the one who found that one out. So thank you, Chanigan and Shum, for showing that off. Alright, level 21 for most of Shumbabi's party. Normally I'd be a little bit concerned going into a Topher with the boss scaling we've got at level 20, but you've got so many ribbons, so many rues.
Softnum bringing up an excellent technical question here, and the thing that I would say to that is I don't know if it would work in vanilla because of how the overworld interacts with the warp spell. Because I don't think you can warp from the overworld. And then it checks entrances back to overworld as its sort of litmus.
Yeah, and when you reset on, a standard, like on a map with an overworld, you spawn on the overworld.
Yeah, so Noverworld just has this little eccentricity, and I think that's what we're looking at here. But that's a really interesting question.
Alright, and Shum is at Lich 2. Fight, wait, nah, stupid Lich, just go away.
Yep.
Alright, looks like Lich 1 was more dangerous than Lich 2.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Gouda on the path to get this orb.
Looks like Gouda is still also hunting for that air orb, though. Shum seems to be the only person who has actually found it, though Demon did find Lefane with the Superstore. Level 5 Fast and Temper.
Hey, they're not promotion luck for that Black Mage. That's all that matters.
That was White Magic.
Oh, the
Yeah.
White Mage, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, Tia was right off of Topher. Oh, great.
Oh my.
There's going to be a lot of salty people who didn't necessarily know about that north exit from Topher, from what I'm understanding.
Yep. Well, down goes the Red Mage. Carrie trying to hit the White Mage, but just aim is a little off. Just a little off.
I think that White Mage has life too, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Down goes Carrie too.
That's why Carrie was aiming for the White Mage. Carrie didn't have her glasses on.
I just had a moment of brain just now. 757 mentioning not able to find the link to the tracking utility. I think it might be in the challenge spoilers channel, so you'll have to either do the challenge seed, which I would recommend, or spec it to do that. Thank you, Gouda, for your contribution.
He almost didn't do it. I was afraid he was going to walk away, but no, he did the deed proper.
Shumbabi has not raised that red mage, just leaving it face down. I have thoughts and feelings about that.
Yeah, I have concerns.
All right, so the thief is almost safe.
As long as this Kraken doesn't do any, skills or magic that actually do damage. Pulling out that heal 2 sword. Hey, bye-bye, White Mage.
All right, now we're in the real pickle of that Life 2 is no longer available.
Yeah.
Oh, that Life 2 was level 3 white, so the red mage could have had it too. Oh, yeah. Shumbabi never found Elf.
That's
why.
Right. Oh, that would make sense.
He's literally running with like Exfer and Warp on the white mage.
Let's go, baby!
That's actually the most Shumbabi thing I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, this is fine. Down goes Kraken too, though.
Sometimes you just gotta believe.
Yeah,
All right.
Sometimes you gotta make those suicide plays. At least now he's also getting information and getting some XP.
Information is good. Now, the downside is what I have seen is very concerning. What I have seen in this Topher is a bunch of punchy bosses that aren't doing anything that matter.
Yep.
That means that this chaos could be an absolute roadblock.
I'm wondering how much of this, how much radioactivity we're going to get out of this chaos.
And the Cure 4, and the Slow 2, and I mean, I'm not worried about crack, right? Like, we have enough ribbons that nothing matters from that field.
Like nuclear, nuke, swirl, tornado. Yeah, those are the ones to worry about, because non-elementals.
Non-elemental is a real problem.
Yep.
And, I mean, we're not doing great damage against this Tia right now. Well, I guess the thief was. The fighter was not.
Yeah, fighter was there going, I'm helping, yay!
I mean, the fighter was tossing out Invis and Temper, and that's great.
Yeah. All right. 48 minutes in. Once again, Shumbabi is picking up the name of Noombabi.
Noom.
Level 23. Let's go, baby!
I believe.
Yeah. Oh!
I don't see that fighter living much longer.
Well, time to use some tempers before it's too late. And Demon Frog finding the closet to the middle of the floor warp. That Elfland, I have to say, is the best.
So, there's a nuke. It's concerning. We have a heal 2 stick that was doing some work from the fighter, but heal potions are a little bit better. That was a crit through the evade. So, it's time for this fighter to step up and do things.
Grab. Invis. Oh god. All right. Demon Frog finding out. I need the Wind Orb still. What the heck?
Oh no. Fred,
come here,
the vampire floor. Demon Frog also remembering, oh yeah, I have to check Canaria Castle because the loot's there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, this chaos fight. Chugging those heal pots and hoping. Oh.
I don't believe. 3 hits, 36 damage. No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, down he goes. This is fine.
All right. So knowledge gained. We have levels.
Yeah.
We're warping back. We're not saving in Canaria Town. We're just gonna do that warp back trick. We're looking for something. That's actually something worth thinking about. Is what tools could we get that
Life. Promotion.
Promotion, like, gets you armor, I guess.
Gets him the dragon armor he's got. Gets him the Vorpal so the fighter can do something more than, tickle damage with the sun -2.
Yeah.
Oh, fast.
Yeah, fast and temper are both good spells. Except we have all the temper bonks we could ever want.
Yeah. Fast, though. Fast good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Restock the heal potions, because save on game over wiped out the stock that you had.
And Demon Frog has found Tiamat.
Oh, baby. All right. Time for dive 2.
Yep. Let's try this again.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly, like, all the prior weeks of this fall league have been short Topher.
I think so.
There's a little bit of a relearning curve.
I think last week was long Topher, wasn't it? I don't remember.
It could have. Oh, yes, because it was a little bit more standard, which was kind of nice, honestly. Gouda has a chicken.
Ormac!
That's remarkably good news, honestly. Like, you want to kill this Warmech because the experience is otherwise very difficult to get.
All right, Warmech has a damage poison. Oh man, that Black Mage has 3 spells total. All right, Warmech has one of the cracks.
We're finding out good information here as we're tempering up this top fighter to the moon. And
it's got to be able to do something with that, sun -2.
Look at that hero Black Mage taking a swing with the Vorpal +3 and getting like 3 damage.
Yeah, 2 hits 69 there, 3 hits 70 out of the White Mage. Oh boy. 3 hits 157 out of that White Mage.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, the fighter that has all of the temper stacks applied did almost as much damage as the White Mage with nothing.
The White Mage has a Masa with, I think, a plus on it. So
Masa +3, but yeah, no buffs, I should say.
Mm-hmm. The Warmech is down. We have hit level 23, and the White Mage and the Black Mage have bonus XP scaling in this flag set, which is really funny. It actually gives you the opportunity to get your high-level spell slots, because let me tell you, it is really hard to get the levels to get those high-level spell slots otherwise.
Yeah.
But this is great news for Gouda in terms of that long-term, how am I going to deal with this? Demon Frog taking a floor 3 grind? I like it.
I can understand why. It's good XP here. He's got the promotion, so he can actually have the fighter do something useful.
Yep, and the other thing is, and this is the one downside, is he never picked up a 4th character. So Demon Frog is still only getting 3/4 of value.
Yeah, still shoving XP into the void. But, still getting good XP here.
I like how our bottom players both promoted and our top players are both pre-pro.
Yeah. All right, Shum getting ready to take on this Kraken 2 again. With everybody alive this time. Still no life magic, though.
Sometimes you do what you got with what you got.
Yeah. Right. Actually got a fasted Iron Thief this time.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, we've got plenty of temper items. This thief can just damage to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
all the tempers go off first.
Oh my god. 8 hits, 866. Alright, yeah, that's good damage. This is fine.
And the thief goes again for another 814, but the Kraken's still up. Kraken takes a swing back at the thief, who is rused and invis, basically unhittable. Blizzard comes out, doing, I guess, a little bit of damage to the white mage.
Yeah, barely.
803, Kraken goes down. We still have 4 party members up, which, keep in mind, Shimbabi was doing just fine until Chaos with 2.
Yep.
So, like, as long as there's not a catastrophic loss here on Tiamat, which I can't imagine there will be, you just make it happen.
Yeah. Now, the thing that is concerning is the nuclear from Chaos, because if that high rolls, Shumbabi has this fighter who'd survive the high rolled nuke.
Yeah. Again, you do what you can with what you got.
True facts.
All right. Gouda has everything lit, does not know where the loot is by the looks of it. Which, that's just Canaria Castle.
Yeah.
Just got to do that thing.
Wrong castle. Crap!
Demon Frog continuing this grind. These micro loops are fantastic. Last night I had 3 of them that were just fantastic. And like one of them was the Sarda stairs on the bottom right corner where there's the 2 stairs next to each other. And I think they either directly connected or they had like 1 floor between them.
That's one of the beautiful things about No Overworld.
And the other great one was the ice loop. The exit stairs of the ice loop went to one of the top of the ice loop. So like, so you had like 1 stair that actually left the ice loop in the entire thing.
Escape.
All right. We've got Chaos with 4.
And I've got a whole mess of temper going off already.
So Shumbabi showing off the downside of not rearranging your items. As he rearranged the party and then lost track of all of his muscle memory as to where those temper bonks were.
Yeah.
Because each character has one in a different location.
All right, 7 hits, 1115. That's doing some much better damage than before.
Keeping in mind, this is a 3,000 to 5,000 hit point chaos.
Yeah, that's, 30 to or 20 to 30% then ish.
Yeah, that's like, this is real damage. There's another temper.
7 hits 1578. Holy crap.
Luffy, he really does that on purpose?
Oh, Shum is a mad lad. 7 hits, 1198. Chaos is in the danger zone.
Yeah, this looks like a finish coming up here, and whew.
Nuke rolling out.
Ah!
Oh boy.
Does it do it? It did it!
All right, 5 hits, 980 with the 2 people on their knees. Shumbabi finishing up first with an official race time.gg time of 59:05. GG's. Hoo-hoo.
Time to think, you say, Shumbabi. Hoy. Well,
gonna get that invite sent on over to Shumbabi.
There he is in the waiting room.
All right.
Soon, TM.
Yes. Soon, Alt 0153.
Indeed.
Yes, my brain just thinks with a TM and immediately does the 10 key for it, because, yeah, my brain works in weird ways.
As the person who types that before any race I'm commentating, I understand.
Yeah.
Shum,
Oh,
I have
hello,
stolen
Neil.
you.
You have
Yes.
stolen me. I am here.
Hello,
Oh,
new
wow.
Bobby.
Hi.
So, just, showing off that yet again, this is one of your favorite modes of play with the Nova World, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you heard Chanigan talk about the board that we use. I take great pride in my ability to track this. And this, by far, out of all my practices, the most chaotic map I've had.
Yeah, did you find the Elfland or the Elf Castle loop?
I did.
Yes.
Indeed.
That
Before
lovely.
I had the key, so that was nice.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
sub-hour yet again. How you feel about this, and how did you feel about walking into Topher with just level 1 spells on that white mage?
I actually wasn't afraid of Topher because I went in the first time for levels, and then I wound up at Chaos, and I'm like, okay, I guess I can try to win this. But, I was fully expecting to wipe by carry, because I knew I wanted to pick up fast at Melmond. I just wanted to kind of get some recon and some levels, and then I got too far, and I didn't know how to turn around.
That is a unique problem to be facing.
Best way to turn around with save on game over is just keep going until you die.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, what I have to talk about, because Luffy told me to shush when I brought it up, that warp tech, where you saved at the end, reset, and then warped.
Oh no, shush.
No, that is an entirely new trick. That I have to say was pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you figure out how warp works, right? It builds onto a stack, and then it just goes up one layer. So if you save and reset, you effectively empty the stack, right? And then when it doesn't have anything on the stack, it wants to go to the overworld, which is in Nova World, Corneria Castle.
That's why it works. Okay. So that was the part that I was not following in that tech stack, which I knew why it was doing, I knew that it had to go to Corneria Castle for some reason. I didn't know it was because it was thinking of it as the overworld.
Yes.
That's super clever.
That also explains why exit takes you right back to the Corneria Castle.
Yes.
Also, Shum, we have to say thank you on behalf of Bubble Soda Company.
Oh yes, I did that just for you guys. I was gonna skip mermaids, and then I thought to myself, you know what? If I'm kicked out of Topher really hardcore, and I really need to find this promotion, I know that Rod is in C, so there's a good chance it's here. I might as well dig this out. I have no idea still where he is or where any of this. I have no idea where half the game is right now.
Yeah, Bahamut is somewhere in the ether. We've seen him a couple of times.
I mean, I see 2 exits that I have left unchecked that I have current access to without going through a whole NPC loop. But it looks like people picked up a black mage, and I'm not sure where that was exactly. So yeah, I apparently took a little bit of route divergence.
I know we saw a black mage somewhere. Don't remember where though.
Yeah, I'm not remembering where, but what I am remembering is that you found Tiamat faster than anybody else, but you had quite the walk to find Lich and Carrie. Meanwhile, Demon Frog has pulled Chaos and is getting everything set up.
Tempering everything, and because Demon Frog actually found Bahamut, hey, speaking of, Gouda just found Bahamut, so we can actually kind of see where it maybe was.
It was connected to the Agama floor, I think?
Yeah, okay. Because, yeah, I do remember seeing Gouda on the Agma floor getting another ribbon.
And another Vorpal.
I hate that I'm about to say it, but I very much wanted the promotion so I could wield a Vorpal, because that no Masa on the Knight feels really bad, because there's a guaranteed one in Topher. I could have just dug it out, but
yeah,
there's no need.
C-split was the answer. C-split right. Okay. Meanwhile, Demon Frog has finished with an official time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, 44 seconds. Get your GGs out in chat for Demon Frog.
I blinked and that chaos fight was done.
Well, I mean, we were so focused on trying to figure out this Bahamut thing. Now, the real question is when we get Demon Frog into the room, does his microphone break again? So, he's been having issues for like the past 3 weeks. Demon Frog, does your microphone work, sir?
Yeah, I think it does.
It does! GG, sir.
Yes, GG's.
Thank you.
So yeah,
It's
Having
a
a tournament
chaotic
in
week
four pools?
3 or week 5.
What's the Rick and Morty meme where it's like, oh, 15 minutes in and out? That's what I was thinking for the one stairs in Temple of Fiends. I'm like, where does it stop?
stops when you get to Elfling Castle and you end up in that loop.
Like, I legit at the end, I'm like, stop. I'm like, the sheet of paper. I need to take a picture of this mess and post it. It's ridiculous. Then you do the one key lock. It's like, oh, it's Encardia, and you do Sigil from, and you're like, oh, it's 2 floors to Tiamat. That's why the spaghetti mess is through Temple of Fiends. Got it.
I love seeing people's notes for any entrance and floor shuffle, but like Noverworld Shuffle, the way that it interlocks things and creates those loops and sometimes micro loops, but really the big loops are the best.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing the notes that people take. I know that Shum has like the fantastic board thing that he also uses to teach math classes or something. But like paper notes are so chaotic and I love them for that. So yeah, definitely post that to the post-race Discord channel.
Yeah. So it was just as a quick look there, I saw Gouda had 3 separate ruse sticks, Vorpals for days, ribbons for all over the place, and yeah, it's a little disgusting how generous this seed was.
Yeah, ribbons everywhere. Yeah, the no Mazon fighter was like, but plus 40 strength. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I can make, the mid-tier swords work with 40 strength. Then it felt real bad. I pretty much made the wrong decision in, I think it was Ordeals. I took left stairs. I should have took right, because you go right and like 3 seconds later there's tail, but left was like 4 or 5 floors to get back to Bahamut. So that was just, an unfortunate gamble. But yeah, as soon as I got that Vorpal plus 3, I'm like, okay, I got it. As long as I can get tail, Vorpal plus 3 on a fighter with 40 strength, we'll get through Temple of Fiends.
Okay. And Shum's going to have to bounce here real soon because he is not a degenerate and has an actual decent sleep schedule, so...
He's also
That's
East
true.
Coast.
I've got a job. I've got a job that wakes me up at 6 in the morning, and I'm not too thrilled about staying up so late. But yeah, thank you all for doing this, putting on this whole show, and all the comms, Speed Gaming for hosting and everything, and everyone for tracking. I didn't see who's quite doing that. Is that Wildham?
That is Wildham tonight, yeah.
Great. So yeah, thank you both for commentating, and good game to all my competitors tonight.
Well, thanks for putting on such an entertaining show for us.
I try. All right. Good night, everyone.
Night, Shum.
Take care, Shum.
All right, so Demon Frog has posted the picture into the Speed Gaming spoiler chat, and is it a clipboard or a chef knife?
That's a clipboard.
It's a clipboard, but at one point I wished it was a chef knife to start stabbing things. Holy cow. I've never experienced this where, like, normally it's a little more even, but just the fact that everything was through that one entrance, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And near the end, you probably saw me, I'm checking my items, like, I think I have everything, and I'm looking at the clipboard, like, I think, wait, no. And then I hang right.
It's kind of funny that you sort of, like, snaked it around because you just ran out of space in the direction you started moving.
Yeah, I try to be like, the floor, like, if wherever their stairs are on the floor, try to have the arrow go that direction. But eventually, with everything being through one set of stairs in the Temple of Fiends, it was kind of difficult to keep doing that. And then at one point, it started looping around.
Okay. So one question I have for you, and I meant to ask Shum before he left, but here we are. How did you feel in Temple of Fiends, like, first 3 minutes of the game, and you go to that top left room and you get both the mark and the sigil?
I was like, I didn't think these flags could do that.
So I think in these flags, those two items are specifically loose because they're the canoe and floater analogs, and those are not incentivized.
Yeah.
So in this flag set, it puts them real early. I didn't expect them to be chests 2 and 3.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, I have, 3 entrances I can check, and I don't know, I always start Temple of Fiends down, then Temple of Fiends up, and then, play it from there, so that's just where I went, and I just happened to, it wouldn't really matter too much, because I didn't have key. I would have checked, if I checked Sigil, that was 2 floors to Tiamat, like, well, I'm not beating Tiamat now, so, it wouldn't have done too much, yeah, it was just fun with you all through that one, I don't even know, did I check up? I don't know, I don't know if I did. I don't have anything written down. I have no idea what I did.
So, just looking at where our remaining 2 runners are right now, Gouda is on the loot hunt, not realizing that he has not checked Canaria Castle. And Fred is also on a loot hunt, but also on a Tiamat hunt. And I believe is currently checking notes.
Yeah, going, all right, where the devil is things.
Yeah, so I'm really bad at remembering hint NPCs, and hint NPCs would save me. One of the hint NPCs said, yep, loot's in Corneria 1. I'm like, oh, okay. I think that's the only thing I need, and I'm like looking at my items, like, I got Mark, I got Sigil. I think I have all the things that open up paths. I think I'm in go mode.
Yeah, there's a reason that when I run these, I have the item tracker on still, just so I remember what I've got. Because, memory like a steel trap where things go in, get mangled, and don't come out.
Alright, so Gouda knew the warp trick too. Alright, Demon Frog, were you aware of the warp trick?
Which warp trick? I'm not sure.
If you save, reset, and then hit warp, normally when you save and you reset, you just end up right back at the inn in Overworld. If you warp, it brings you back to Canaria Castle. It's like you cast exit.
No, I didn't know that. That would have...
How did half of the racers this stream know this, and it's not, out there community knowledge? Wow.
Yeah.
No idea. Because there was one point I was like, all right, I gotta get back to Corneria, because I can't believe I forgot to check the orb. I'm like, I have 3 orbs, but I don't know if it's the right 3 orbs. And I know where the loot is, so I need to get back to Corneria. And that probably would have saved me a little bit of time. With Overworld being only 30%, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's a neat trick. I actually have to. That's something I can bank because I'm actually going to be subbing in Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So I get to do this again.
Oh boy.
It's exciting.
That being said, I do enjoy playing these flags just for kicks and giggles as well. I don't bother taking notes because if I were to try and take notes, my handwriting is just 100% illegible. So I just run with it and hope that I remember where things are.
You've seen mine. That could be hieroglyphics for all anybody knows.
No. I can read your stuff.
I can read maybe a third of what you have in there. Particularly,
harsh elf.
There's one just up and to the right from Provoca that, I mean, I've got nothing.
Open right. That's a split. It was C split.
Yeah, I was like,
no, the one to the right of that.
Bahamut.
That's Bahamut. Really?
I'm trying to move and run and write and scribble and.
I'm honestly surprised you actually got as far as writing out more after the BAHA. Half the time when I'm doing notes, it's just BAH. That's Bahamut. Go. I am also horribly lazy, though, so,
Yeah.
Looks like Brady might be on the right track here. He's checking Temple of Fiend's lock, so he's sniffing around the right area.
Well, kind of, but keep in mind, Fred also needs to find Tiamat. So that's the other challenge.
Yeah, and if he doesn't know about the northern exit, that's going to be problematic.
Yeah, there's a reason I did that stream a week and change ago. even though I said at the time that I did, did an intro to Nova World stream, and I said, don't worry too much about this as far as like where these stairs go, because I was doing a regular Nova World, not an entrance and floor Nova World. But just know that there are stairs here.
Yep.
And that North Topher stair is sneaky.
Yeah, the North Topher and the mid Kraken floor are the ones that are just kinda hiding.
Sardapots, man.
North of Sages is one that I've missed in my practice, and I worked the practice. I'm like, I don't know where to go.
Honestly, most of the time my practice seats, I end up coming out of that entrance before I can actually go through it. Like, I end up blocked by the NPC. It's like, well, this is a thing. So I am glad I at least managed to roll Trash Fire for magic.
Yeah, how'd you feel about the magic demon?
It was real bad. That was the thing. It's like with these, like mid upper 20s is kind of like my goal. 30 if I can swing it. It's like, okay, well, get some magic and take any sea and sky encounters, but you can't do that with Quad X.
Yeah, I was plenty impressed with how you decided to take that Topher 3 experience grind and get yourself ready for chaos, because every time I've run these, it's been a struggle to get levels, and it's probably the most heads-up play that you can make with it.
Yeah, it's either that or I was either going to do that or Skybridge, because Skybridge was just like 2 entrances from Corneria anyway. I don't really know which one out of those 2 would have been best, but it worked out because I got a bunch of the gas dragons, and the Evilman encounter wasn't great, but the gas dragons were great. So
delicious gas dragons.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to go until I'm out of fades or I die and go back, because either way I get a free ride back to Corneria, and then make the attempt and see how it goes. And if I get close, I'll keep trying. If I know it's not far off or it's too far off, I do it again. Just keep walking around until I'm out of magic or dead, and that was the plan.
Yeah, it was funny.
The blood port from Save on Game Over.
It was funny that you mentioned the get sent back to Canaria part of that, because Shimbabi did a dive of Topher expecting to just get levels and get some information and then like poured out and figure out on the next dive, and got to Chaos with 2 characters and was just like, I guess I'm doing this.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That wouldn't have. I mean, I did pretty good on my first dive, but Chaos got me down. It was kind of came down to who went first, because he had a nuke pretty deep, and I spent a lot of time buffing. So the levels definitely saved that particular dive. I would not have had enough in the tank to get it done.
Yeah, it left you with your Red Mage and your Thief. Yeah, the Red Mage and the Thief just on its knees. Or was it the Fighter? I don't remember with yours.
Fighter White Black is what I had by the end.
Okay, so yeah, Fighter then.
Did you get tempted at all to look for a 4th character so you could stop siphoning experience to a none?
I thought about that, and when I was like getting... So when I came back to Corneria, I was like, all right, I need to start checking those other 2 entrances. Like, all right, if I find another character, that was the plan, was take them and leave them up front and die. And like, oh, there's Tiamat up there. Like, okay, well, I'm not gonna spend God knows how long. I don't remember where the characters are diving to find it just to kill them off. Let's just go now and get the grind on.
A perfectly Romulan decision.
Yeah, so I should have taken something sooner and killed it off. But I don't know. I just wasn't 100% about the fighter, and with a Mazza, I'm like, well, what if I want to maybe pivot into a thief? I don't know.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Honestly, it doesn't matter. You finished up pretty quickly.
Oh, that's where the Black Mage is.
I knew I remembered seeing it somewhere. I just didn't remember who had it. Yeah, hanging out with Astos in his iron shield.
Also, so I was really I was tempted to take I've been taking white mages as my starter mage, just to help open up how many sweepers you have, because improved harm is on, so that makes it a little bit better chance you have something usable. But I said, nah, no exit. I'm not going to take a white mage. Exit's too important. I get to level 1. There's warp. Like,
Well, yeah.
but thankfully, yeah, the white mage showed up early off of Sarah, so it worked out.
And Gouda and Fred both just kind of lost for that loot.
It's so painful knowing where it is and that they both have just memory hold those 6 chests.
Yeah, and that if they just stopped and talked to the hint NPCs, they'd actually, get at least some info. But I'm not even sure if they know that the hint NPCs are on. I haven't seen either of them talk to any of them.
Yeah.
And that certainly was a sentence.
That's like one of the hard things when you're working with this flag set is that piece of how do I get where I'm going, and understanding that there are hint NPCs is part of it. Part of it is, knowing all of the stairs, which is a thing. But there's just so much to keep track of here between the entrances, the items, the character gating. Like, there's so much going on that I can't blame people for not finding it.
Yeah, these seeds do require a lot of quote-unquote working/functional memory. And yes, I'm referring to people as if computer talk, because that's where brain goes. But yeah, it does require a high cognitive load. You got to keep a lot of stuff in mind at the same time. So yeah, memory holding things does happen. And I don't know how much practice Fred has done. I know Gouda has done more than a few no overworld seeds, because he's a mad lad and also participates in the Aranglio/Iron Goal stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure how many Fred has done. So like the knowledge of those Topher North stairs, it's not something that like people go to. Like, who walks on the north side of Toph?
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
There's only one time where I can see walking across the north side of Toph, and it's you've checked your boxes on the left side, and then you once you've checked the left side, you've have the key somehow, and you're just like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna go over to the right side, and risk it, because you still have to deal with the spike tile there. But that's the only time that I do it. And so maybe if you have a entrance shuffle and you find Toph late, so that you still need to check those boxes for some reason.
Oh! Well, speak of the devil.
Hey!
Hot diggity daffodil.
All right, we're making moves here. I did see another ribbon and another temper item in that Sharknado floor. So that's, those are things that exist. Hey, it's another Vorpal.
Though that's actually the same one as the one that was on as Marsh Top.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, it feels like we've got a paper bag full of baguettes, but they're actually Vorpals.
Yeah, there was a lot of Vorpals. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll get the Black Mage one. Oh, I guess I'll hold one in case I get a Thief. Okay, well, sure. White Mage can't use it, but you get one too.
So we found the Thief. It was hiding in Lefane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember seeing that, and I didn't have. I don't even know if I found Melman, to be honest.
Melmond was somewhere.
Melmond was actually pretty easy to find, relatively speaking. Alright, so hopefully this means that Gouda has is shaking some things loose because I think this was the last terminal point that Gouda could find. You know, that's always the tricky thing. Is like there's only one entrance to towns in any of the towns. So, well, except for Onrak. Sorry, I
Onrak and Gaia.
That's right. Gaia has 3. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Gaia's a horrible, horrible freak. Just like always.
All right. So Fred has found the Tiamat and has killed the Tiamat and has lit the orb.
Now just to find the loot.
Yep.
Wrong stairs. Wrong stairs.
You know what the best part is about Gouda doing the warp trick there? Was that he just bought exit on the night.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Alright, Gouda has not yet shaken that cobweb loose.
Being said, I'm trying to remember if anyone actually started with a red mage, they started with the loot too.
He's doing it! He's doing it!
Alright! He's like, wait a minute, Corneria locked!
I think I literally just heard the F-bomb from Gouda in my own room. Right?
Yeah. Like, I could feel that in my bones.
Yep. That's a thing that happened. All right. 1 hour, 27 minutes. Gouda's in. Let's do it. Let's get blocked by some Frosties.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it in just a moment, maybe.
He had to go to Wendy's first, all right?
Needed some dessert.
Yep, gotta get those chocolate Frosties.
Mm-hmm. All right, through the loot plate.
You know, I want to shout out the perseverance that we're seeing here. I know that there's no points on a DNF, and therefore everybody wants to finish, right? But that was 30 minutes of looking for the loot.
Yeah,
Like
that always feels bad.
So, I mean, the perseverance of getting through that, finally getting it, and now being, you know, raring to go. Let's get this seed done. It's not like Gouda has a shortage of resources for this. There
Yeah.
have been a lot of bonus encounters on the way.
Hey, his white mage is above 400 hit points.
Right? And oh, and the ninja was not equipped.
Whoops. Red mage armor.
Yes, also
Why?
that.
Why won't you get into the ice armor?
That fighter is using the cat claw +3.
That's a thing. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't swapped over to one of the 400 Vorpals.
It's okay. We're gonna nuke and we're gonna fade and we're gonna get zapped and not lose anybody.
Yeah, I didn't see if he had a ribbon on everybody, but he's got a ribbon on at least 3. I think he's got a ribbon on everybody.
There's was like 6 ribbons in this scene.
Yeah. Wealth rolling up. Way, way up.
To the carry floor.
Hey, wait a minute. Why am I using a cat claw?
No, that's the thing. He swapped the cat claw over to the ninja. Hey, the Masa has moved. Okay.
All right. That's a thing.
We've solved the weapon problem.
I am, however, a big fan of the White Samurai strats because you know, never hurts to have a defensive character actually have the ability to do some damage. But I also, you know, I agree with the fact of moving the Masa to the ninja. Wow. Carry 2 was a lightweight.
Which is really funny because I'm pretty sure Carry 2 is what took out Shoom's mages the first time.
Carry 2 took out the red mage. Kraken took out the white mage.
Okay. So, I mean, I was half right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carry 2 not staying up long against Gouda's well-leveled and well-equipped party.
Yeah. Right. Temper time for Kraken 2. 3 hits, 424 there, and down goes the white mage.
So, funny story, the knight could learn Life 2, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he may have. I think Gouda may have. Well, that's why Kraken's going for the knight now all of a sudden. I think he stopped by Elfland and picked up Life 2.
No, he was in Lefane. He had the Superstore.
I think he stopped by Elfland before he went to Lefane.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or I could be misremembering, and we'll see here.
Well, we will find out, and heck, that's a lot of hit points to refill on that night.
Yeah.
We're double checking to make sure that our caster items are in place. Oh,
all right. Well, I guess not.
It's fine.
Yeah, this is fine. We've got enough stuff. We're fine.
So the other thing that it could be is I think there was only one charge, and so that could be a consideration as well.
Yeah, especially given coming up against Tia 2 and knowing that Tia 2 sometimes has the same proclivities as Kraken 2 does.
Yep. Tia 2 having the unfortunate likelihood of surviving entirely too long and therefore having more opportunities to nuke you is a big deal. So this could be the safety play of leave the white mage down now and bring it up after.
Yeah, similar to leaving a white mage or, a healer as a statue, leave it dead until, you're safe.
Or just nah.
Fast is vestigial. Let's just go now. All right. Gouda pulling chaos. Let's see what we got here. We got tempers. We got ruse. More ruse.
Chaos so fast. Alright, so that ninja in top slot is very safe.
Yeah.
Until the nuke comes out.
Yeah, at which point there's going to be some problems. Hey, Fred has found the loot!
Oh, do you know the amount of relief that washes over once the loot is found?
Oh my god, I know. Especially when it's been like this, where he's just been dealing with this, scouring the entirety of the underworld?
Oh no.
Nah? Did he forget to light the earth orb?
That would be impossible, I think.
No, the fire orb. Or did he forget to light the air? Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he just forgot to light the air orb, because he killed Tiamat. But I don't remember actually seeing him step on the plate.
I thought he stepped on the plate. I hope that he did all of the things, because
That was one thing, I don't know if you saw, I almost screwed that up. I walked around, killed Kraken, said, Kraken's dead.
yeah, the specific orb piece is a thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't like the orb. I had to look, I was halfway through the floor and said, wait a minute.
Well, yeah, but,
Back, stepped on the thing.
air or water orb wasn't required, but, get your GGs out for Gouda, finishing up with an official race time of 1:34.10. Go ahead and see about dragging him on in.
Hello, Gouda and GG.
Yes, GGs.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
When you found it, I said, I believe I heard the F-bomb from here
Yeah.
in regards to that loot.
Oh,
I mean, there was if my webcam was up, you would have seen me just literally pound myself in the face like I am a gigantic idiot. Especially when I saw Shum and Demon both finish like around the hour mark, I'm like, I had to have missed something. Like, there's no way they dove this deep, everywhere, and like found everything and still finished in an hour. Like, that's impossible because at one point I was very streamlined, very fast, very ready to go until I'm like, well, there's no effing loot.
Yeah, that's kind of the meta game of starting to see duns, and you go, okay, well, if they finish at an hour, it can't be that bad. So that just kind of ramps up the anxiety a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And on top of it, like, I was looking and I went, this game, as you saw, like, the Sigil and the Mark were both in Temple of Fiends.
Yeah,
So,
they were both
like,
gimmies.
Yeah, it tends to, like, front load a lot of the things that you need, so all you have to do is grab orbs. At least that was, I only managed to do, like, 2 practices. But, like, it tends to front load things. So I'm like, it's gotta be somewhere, oh god, I'm an idiot.
Well, so the loot being a main progression item was incentivized. So like that was one thing, but the other mind game that comes in is with the starter items on characters and the red mage having the loot for free.
Right.
Like, you kind of have to worry if it was just a compositional error at that point, right?
Right, and that's what I was thinking too. That's why I grabbed what I thought was the thief, and I'm like, did the thief have the loot? Maybe it was the thief. Nope, thief doesn't have the loot. Well,
Ah.
crap.
Thief came with explosives.
Yeah, well, I already had that too. It was... Well, at least you guys got to see, and the audience got to see literally the entire Noverworld game as deep as you can possibly get, with like circling around and like seeing how these things interplay with entrance and floor shuffle and how actual god awful it is and how nobody should ever play this ever. Like, this is not a thing that you should try, especially if you're new. Like, stick to the real game. Maybe do a little proc gen. Like, I'll do proc gen Overworld 10 out of 10 times before I ever do this crap again.
It's kind of funny. I've actually been rolling these flags for myself just for fun because I'm crazy.
Well,
Then again, like, I also know you've done more than a few of the No Overworlds because of, RA and Cleo and Iron Goal stuff. So
actually, no. This was my first dive in. Like, Noverworld, yeah, Noverworld came after I really like stopped doing any of that stuff.
oh,
So yeah, it was not something that I've really ever done before until I don't know, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I
Now
would
I know,
say
I know Shum and Chanigan do a lot of this stuff, which is evident by their first places over the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I would say to this flag set in particular is there are some things that are very unkind about it in terms of the experience, the lack of spike tiles. It's just hard to get your levels in this version of the flag set, and that can be a little disheartening when you're headed into Long Topher and you're like, I'm level 20, YOLO!
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to my team about. Like, one of the biggest things is getting levels, and the Bridge of Destiny is like the easiest way to grab levels because there's stuff on that is just easy to kill, especially with the low enemy scaling that we have. Like, that's not bad.
Yeah, you were the only runner on stream who actually saw Warmac.
Yeah. Take down that robot chicken, even though he's got like 4,000 HP. Screw him.
He's full of
I want
XP
to have
and
seen
or
one. I would have
loot.
taken one in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it got me to like early 20s or maybe mid 20s. I don't know.
Like 23, I think it was 23, 26, and 24.
Yeah, it
Something
was.
like that.
It was a lot, and it was happy. It made me very happy, especially when I'm like, I'm gonna kill this, and then I'm just gonna go punch T in the face. I got this. But yeah, I did the cat claw strats because I had no idea where Freddy Fuchs is. Foyux? I don't know how he wants me to say it, but I had no idea where he was when the knight decided to hit Lich for 92. I'm like, this is gonna take a lot more time, and it's not nearly as safe. So I guess I'm gonna switch away from the cat claw.
I'm honestly surprised that you actually only had one of the Vorpal +3s.
Yeah, I thought that I grabbed a couple more, but I think I must have dropped one or I don't know 7.
Right?
Yeah,
Well,
it
I mean,
was,
emptying the inventory is just such a hassle, and
Yeah, I forgot that the inventory was on to start with. So I'm like, why can't I buy this dragon sword? And then I went back, I'm like, oh, I can't afford this dragon sword. Oops. That's the real reason. Not because my inventory's full.
yeah, I'm honestly surprised that nobody actually sold that cat claw y'all started with.
I should have. I was keeping it for the end. I wanted to get through Topher with a cat claw, man. It's so much fun. Except every time I've done it, it's bit me in the Easter.
every time this is another one of the things that I think is kind of funny is we've seen the recruit flags twice now, right? Because last week also had the recruiting.
Yep.
I play with the mermaid sprites. I know that a lot of people play with a variety of sprites, and it sometimes is difficult to tell what exactly you're looking at when it's in the recruit spots. Because, in particular, facing down, like the thief and the black belt look pretty similar, and you know, like at least there's hats for the mages, right?
Right.
But part of me has been tempted to like edit a version of the sprite sheet so that the down is just like the initials for the class. And I think that that's something that a lot of our runners have had to struggle with for the last week and a half.
There is a reason
completely agree.
there's a reason that I took the Moogles that I generally run with and added different map men for each of them, because after the first time I ran a recruit flag and went, I don't know what that is. I'm like, nope, I've got to change that.
Luckily, they added the you can push back and not recruit them, because I believe in the first recruit cycle, once you hit it, you were in. Like, you're joining, congratulations. Oh crap! Now who do I replace?
Yeah, there's still a forced recruit flag, if I recall.
There is. It's it puts the recruit in front of the orb.
And here we go. Freddy just going straight through Topher, not even slowing down.
Yep. Chugging those heal pots. He's been wandering around for a bit, so has a good amount of levels. Pulling chaos.
And he's using ninja strats.
I can't blame him. Yeah.
Ninja Masa?
Yeah, I think so. And it's not like there's a dearth of temper items.
Right?
Or ruse sticks.
If only there was a fast item. That would have completed it.
It was level 5 white.
Yeah.
Yeah, if only Kraken didn't smack my white mage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually... We thought you'd stopped by Elfland and picked up Life 2 on your night, because Life 2 is slot 1.
Yeah, you have no idea how pissed off I was once I hit Elfland for the 3rd time. And went, why am I here again?
Well, it was when you stopped by Lefane.
Yeah, I should have. I totally just...
Like, yeah, when you walked...
it.
Nah,
brained the whole thing.
That's fine.
Anger brained the whole end of the seed.
No, honestly, with how the seed kind of rolled out for you, I can understand it.
6 hits, 1125 there. This chaos is going down pretty fast.
Yeah.
Let's hope that he doesn't get that nuke out before.
Oh, the nuke just went out.
6
hits, 1125 for the terminate.
Right.
We did hear from Fred Fuchs that he's not up for an interview. It's pretty late where he's at. That said, GG, I appreciate anybody who finishes after dealing with all of the nonsense. Because Gouda, Fred was doing the same thing as you were, looking for loot for a long time, but also looking for Tiamat for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, you can go down the one side and you can just go down forever, and then you can go down the other side, and it's like, oh look, Tia's right here. Well, this is fun.
Yep.
What a seed. What a seed.
You're welcome.
Yeah, part of me was just like, once Gouda finishes, maybe we just tell Fred where the loot is, and then Fred found it like as you were pulling up to like Tia 2 or something like that. So
Yeah, it was a like, all right, things are good. Huzzah! But yeah, no, it is, as I was mentioning earlier, though, it is kind of easy to memory whole things on these flags because you just keep going.
Hey, I think you were the one who was saying in our Discord earlier that it's just 90 minutes of pain. Don't worry about it. Well, I had to beat that. 94 minutes of pain.
I don't think that was me. It was somebody else. At least I don't remember saying anything like that. I could be horribly wrong, though, because I don't trust my memory much.
It's fine. Somebody said 90 minutes of pain, and, well, 94.
Yeah.
Or Fred with 104.
But no, it finished, so bravo for that.
GG. GG Fred, GG Shum, GG Demon Frog. It was a crappy seed, but it was also free. So, here we are.
Well, I'm kind of out of questions. You got anything more you want to ask, Saracen?
I'm thinking we head over to final thoughts because it's late.
Yep.
I mean, Shum went to bed already. I'm not quite ready for bed, but it's like 11 o'clock here in the central time zone.
Yeah, I'm ready for dinner.
Demon Frog, what you got for final thoughts, sir?
Lots of bad thoughts is what it boils down to. This has been really bizarre. I'm kind of shocked I was able to pull second in what seems to be a decent time. So this has been a definite learning curve and step up from the first 4 weeks. So, like I said, I get the sub in for Danny this week. I get to try it one more time on Saturday, and we'll see where we are by then.
All right, Gouda, final thoughts.
Well, it's been a fun league. I've enjoyed this. I know in talking to my entire team, we're glad to be here in the semifinals, but we also were not expecting to be here. So we didn't really get a chance to do the practice like 5 weeks ago because we're like, oh, we're just going to go in, we're going to have a good time, we're going to enjoy everybody's company, and then, oh crap, we're in second place. What the hell is Noverworld? So, I mean, here we are, having a great time. It's fun. Even though I'm frustrated, and this is probably one of my worst interviews that I've done in a long time because I'm just wanting to punch my screen, but it was fun, had a good time, and I'm probably not going to play Noverworld again until I'm forced to. And thank you to Hate and Sirison and Wildham and Speed Gaming and everybody else who's out there who's watching. I hope we can put on a good show, and I hope you got a chance to see everything that Noverworld can give you, and now I'm going to bed.
I think the main thing that Noverworld seems to have given you is the business.
Yeah.
But
that sounds about right.
I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate everybody doing the races here. Hate, what you got for final thoughts?
I just want to say thanks to the runners for putting on an entertaining show for us, despite all the shenanigans that these flags do. I would say that they have earned a follow, just from putting up with this stuff and putting on an entertaining race for us all. Also, if you like what you saw here, check out the Randomizer at FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Therein, you can find links to the wiki, links to our Discord, both of which are full of information and/or people full of people who are full of information. And it's it's where you can get started on it if it interests you. I also want to say thanks to Saracen for jumping in the booth with me, and thanks to Wildham for doing the tracking for us on these this mad seed.
Heck yeah. So my final thoughts, much the same. Thank you to all of our runners, Shimbabi, Demon Frog, Gouda, Fred Fuchs. Thank you to Speed Gaming. Thank you, Wildham, for tracking, because man, is it hard. Like, we usually have 2 trackers. Wildham pulling the double duty, which feels like quadruple duty, but also squared, because man, this is a complicated flag set.
Well, he did make Noverworld, so I think he's got a little bit of a leg up there.
So
And that's a little bit of a segue into saying thanks for the devs for doing all the stuff you do. That's what kind of I think League is about. League is, to me, showing all the fancy new bells and whistles like Nova World and ProcGen and moving chests and all this good stuff. So
also want to say thanks to Hate for letting me join in the comm booth, because I was the late joiner here. I just, I didn't want to leave people sitting, feeling like they were stressed out of their mind, because solo comms on this is also rather hard. So much to see, so much to miss. Man, do I miss things in this flag set. And this is from somebody who was also doing comms last night. To echo what has also been said, check out the randomizer. If you are new and you have not yet joined the community, definitely do so. The Discord link on the randomizer site is very easy to find. It's also right in the chat, as Hate has pulled up the command. But we have a fabulous community. We are kind because the randomizer is not. We have one of the most robust randomizers of any randomizers. There's 500 some flags. So, realistically, the only bad FFR experience is the one that you don't enjoy. There's no wrong way to play the randomizer in my mind. So come check it out. If you want to learn about the randomizer, we have recordings of our last Duckling Boot Camp. We have another Duckling Boot Camp coming up in the spring. Also coming up in the near future, we've got the winter tournament discussion starting up now, as that is going to be coming up not too far off. But we have 2 more races in this fabulous Nova World week for semifinals, and then we are going to have at some point in the near future, when we figure out who's going to be in it and how to schedule 8 people into a single race, the relay race finals for the Fall League. So there's a lot of exciting FFR stuff happening. Come check it out. Come hang out with us. We're good people. We hope so, at least. But with that, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Saracen, Hate the 13th in the booth here with me. Have a fabulous evening, everybody.
Good night, folks.